Hello once again everybody, this is Train Simulator and we are once again on the South Wales coastal route. This is the fourth scenario. It's from Cheltenham to Maesteg, but we're only going from Caldicot to Cardiff, as you know. So essentially yes, it's been a bit of a storm causing some damage, and that has caused this to be rather a difficult scenario actually. So yeah, we'll get rid of that. So forward, cancel the alarm, sort the lights out, setting 3, there we go, that's perfect. Right, so this is actually the third time I've played this now. This is my third take. It's getting kind of annoying actually, because we have a massive problem with traction at the moment. It's only heavy rain, it's not as if it's ice or snow, but yeah, you know, if you know, we still do have trouble with traction. You know, our wheels keep slipping. So the first take, I completely overshot the 7 tunnel junction platform. The second one, they only gave me one yellow light of warning for a red light up ahead, and it just wasn't enough to stop with the reduced traction. So of course I overshot it, and that was it, game over. So hopefully we'll avoid all of that. Now I just need to show you, if I go notch 2, wheel slip straight away, just look, nothing. So you back off. See, I don't particularly mind sacrificing 7 points to show you, 7 points, 15 points to show you that. So we use the sander and we'll knock it up a bit. Now normally, yes, you'd be able to use notch 2 from about 5 miles an hour, something like that. You know, as long as you're rolling, then it shouldn't be too bad. We come off that now. Yeah, there we go. See, we're doing 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour in notch 2. Notch 2 should be able to handle that, but no, it can't. Well, that's the trouble when you got metal wheels on metal rails, of course. Anyway, let's see if we can get this done properly now. Yes, we're approaching 40 miles an hour. That ought to be fine. Yes, that's fine. Because we're in notch 2, that's not very high. I mean, that's half power, because we've only got 4 notches. Anyway, we're not stopping at Caldicot. The 7 tunnel junction's not too far behind it. Now, I started braking about a mile away last time, and we had loads of room. So I'm going to leave it till that says 0.8. I'm only going to do about 25-ish. 26, that's fine. So past experience and trial and error has told me that that should be around about right. Because normally I'd aim to pull into the station at around about 15 to 20 miles an hour, and then, you know, go in for your final stop. But obviously with reduced traction you can't do that. So anyway, yes, after I left Cheltenham Junction last time, we got up to 75 miles an hour, then the speed limit went up to 90, so then of course I accelerated up to about 88, 89. Probably come off the brakes a bit. Just a smidge. Just a smidge, there we go. So yes, I was doing about, well, almost 90 miles an hour, and there was a yellow light, and I thought, oh dear, because I looked down at the thing at the bottom of the screen here, and the next signal wasn't that far away either. There was just no way I was going to stop in time. No way at all. But anyway. We're doing about the same at the moment, to be honest. It's about 15 miles an hour. Up to the station. So that's an HST pulling into the other platform. We are... it's not pulling in, it's going straight through. I remember that now. So we are running slightly... We're doing better than last time. We're a bit earlier. There we go, that should be enough. A bit more? Yeah, we can handle a bit more brake, that's fine. Should be pretty much perfect. Because only 10 seconds late at the moment. That's brilliant. We're still not actually properly stopped. There we go. Now we're stopped. Right. So remember, don't go caning along this track now at full speed. Because it was after we passed, it was like pretty much after we passed a freight train going our direction. And where the... I'm gesticulating with my hands now. It's where one of the trains crosses... one of the tracks, sorry, crosses over. That's fine, wait for the beeps. There we go. So notch 1. So anything more than that is ridiculous. Let's take it nice and gently. We'll try not to use too much in the way of sand. So if we keep our top speed to 75, that should help. Even through the 90 mile an hour section. 75 should be more than enough, to be honest. So there we go, 10 miles an hour. You'd think then we'd be able to use notch 2. No we can't. That's too much. So let's put some sand down and actually get us moving. Because if I'm going to go at a reduced speed, I'd rather reach that reduced speed quicker and maintain it for longer. See, hopefully, by reducing my speed, if that red light is still red by the time I get to it, then I'll have more time to slow down, and I won't have so much slowing down to do. Or if it's because there's a train in front of me, hopefully then it'll be a simple case of giving it a bit more time to get ahead. It's the whole reason that when there's heavy traffic, motorways reduce the speed limit. It might take longer for you to get where you're going, but they can put more people through. But anyway, so what we're going to do, I can probably come off the sand now. There we are. Up to notch 3. Yeah, it can handle it. Right, so we'll accelerate up to 75 miles an hour and I'll hold it there. But until then, we'll speed things up a bit. So as I said before, even though I speed these things up and don't actually do a commentary on it, I am still playing it properly. You know, I'm not leaving the seat to go and do something else. I am actually sitting here watching my speed, watching the signals. So that red light didn't come out of nowhere, they just didn't give me all that much notice. Okay guys, this is roughly about where I think it happened. Because what you've got is you've got the track on the right splitting off and going over the bridge. That down there, no, that one's green. Okay, that's fine. But I think a bit further along it was yellow. Was it? I can't actually tell at this sort of distance whether that's yellow or green. Interesting. Anyway, there's at some point there is a goods train on the track to the left, We're still green at the moment, that's fine. Put a bit more throttle on. I think that's it down there. So yes, we do have some frame rate issues. So yes, maybe it's just a case of the fact... Oh, I think that one there is yellow. Yeah, that one there, down there, all the way in the distance, that's yellow. So yeah, we'll come off the throttle now. Because yes, that's that goods train there. Here you go, through this light and it turns red, and that's pretty much where we were. So you're a bit further behind now. So yes, we go past him, we see him, and then it's yellow. So this one here is yellow. So let's start braking. So the next one, which will be over here somewhere, is red. Zoom in again, can we see anything? Yes, that's yellow. That is definitely still yellow. Because around about last time we were sort of there. We'd just gone past him as we went past the lights. So we're doing better. We know we have to stop. Or at least we know there's a possibility of stopping in about 1.5 miles. So yes, that's the thing, you see, we know. So yes, I don't normally play zoomed in, so it would have been around about here. Maybe. It might have been. God, listen to that. Listen to that freight train, that's amazing. So yes, it was probably about here that I noticed it was yellow. It must have been about here. So I thought, oh dear, yellow. So of course I'd be doing 90 miles an hour at this point. So imagine trying to slow down from 90. So 37 miles an hour, we can definitely be able to stop. So that triggers the alarm. But even so, that is not enough time. Even just one yellow, it's not enough time. On a high-speed route, you have double yellows for a yellow. That's what they're there for. It's to raise the alarm. It's to give you enough time. Zoom in and there's definitely a red light down there. Still red. So 20 miles an hour, it can probably come off now. Until that's about 0.4 miles away. If it's still red, we'll have to do a proper stop. But yes, because this is my third take, we know that this is here. We know it's here. Zoom in again. So what exactly is down there, man? What's down there? What's our timetable like? We should be in Newport at 11:53. Oh dear, they didn't align the timetable for this, did they? So he's going a bit quicker. It's still red, so we'll just bleed off the speed. A bit more than that, I think. So yes, we do seem to have frame rate issues in Train Sim. Oh, no, it's gone green. It's gone green. It went from red to green. We were probably waiting for... It's probably this train here. It's probably this train here trying to cross the tracks. Because that's a freight train. That will have come out of the depot. Although the depot's not along here. Isn't it? It's between Cardiff and Newport, the depot. I don't know. I don't know, but we've got a green light. It sounds like there's a dodgy wheel on one of those wagons next to us. I must admit the sound design in this game is very well done. The graphics engine's a bit dated now, and they could definitely You should definitely switch to something like the Unreal Engine. Definitely. There's the lighting effects, the volumetric sort of fog. Yeah. Yeah, that could be better. That could definitely be better. So there's 75 mph speed limit, so I'll just knock the speed down a bit. Keep it around about 60. Although we got green lights, we do need to stop soon. See, we should have been at Newport by now. But no. And, you know, as you saw, that red light, we couldn't have been any quicker. We couldn't have. See, it goes down to 40 and then down to 30. See, at least on the approach to these stations, they reduce the speed limit. So you actually do have a chance of stopping. It's like that there, where they've got the station on a 75 mph stretch. So we know we have to slow down to 40 by there, and then 30 by there. So yeah, it brings you down. Yeah, this is probably where he left. So he left that, and he crossed our line. So that'll be the speed reduction warning. Yes, there's the sign. But we are really grinding now. If we look down, yeah, there we go. That improves this. That improves things a little. I suppose it's all the rain and the detail, but it shouldn't really. I just don't think it's that optimized. I think it also takes a while to load in the scenery ahead of you. Loading times in this game are certainly a problem, but it's still a good game once you're in, and if you put up with the frame rates. It could very well just be my computer. It could be that I need a bit more grunt for it, because that was certainly the case when I played Bus Simulator a while ago. That game really wasn't very well optimised at all, because the time would run about twice as slow as normal, or half as fast. Depends on your point of view. But yes, a minute's worth of driving would take 2 minutes of real time, so that just shows. Thankfully they have released an update to Bus Simulator, which of course has solved that problem. It's much more responsive now, the frame rate's decent. I mean, the game is still a bit dodgy, but, you know, it's it's a much needed improvement, it really is. Now, I don't know if you guys watch Squirrel at all. He's another YouTuber. He's recently been having a look at Fernbus Simulator, which I must say I'm rather looking forward to. It looks quite good. It's still in sort of early access beta at the moment, so it's not really finished yet. There's still quite a few bugs. Mostly, yeah, we're going to have to really slow down here. And wheel slip. Put the sand on. There we are. So yes, so he's been playing that. Yes, it's the traffic AI and loading passengers, you know, booking the passengers in, and sort of routing, and the timetable that's a bit bugged at the moment. So there we go. Just keep it at 10 until we get into the right sort of position, and we'll be fine. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Fernbus when it's finished. I seem to remember him saying it was going to be August that it's finished. Well, it's August now, and they clearly aren't finished yet. But there we are. It does look quite good. So slow down and we stop. Open. So we are about 3 minutes late. Well, that's not my problem. It's not my fault that we're 3 minutes late. Now the question, of course, is if we were earlier, would we have been able to sail through that light that was red? Would it have been green when we got to it? Would the freight train have had to wait? I don't know. At least we get plus points for it, rather than negative ones. There we go. So notch 1. Just leave it at notch 1 for a bit. Till we get up a bit of momentum. I suppose it's trying to run while you're on ice. You can run on ice if you're careful. No, still wheel slipping. Well, I'm sorry, I need the sand on. Because you really should be able to handle notch 2 from about 10 miles an hour. It's not my problem. It's not my fault. It's the weather. Notch 3. Oh yeah, we are still at 30 miles an hour, aren't we? There we go. It's 50 miles an hour in here. And in theory, the track should be dry, so it shouldn't be slippery. Notch 3, there we go, it handles it. Coming up to 50 miles an hour now. Still plenty of green lights. Some nice looking freight train there. Oh, we're speeding again. Oh, lovely. Bring the speed down a bit. Because we're losing points. Again. Right, so 75. We're going to go up to 95 in a mo, so yes, we can accelerate. So 95 miles an hour, so we shouldn't have the same problem with red lights as we did along here. Although look how closely spaced those lights are. About half a mile apart. So it might be 95, but if we keep it around about 80, that should be fine. When do we get into Cardiff? 12:10. So unfortunately, because we have an intermediate go via, which doesn't have a timetable slot, we don't actually know whether or not we're going, fast enough to meet our timetable at Cardiff, which is annoying. It is annoying, but there we are. So I'm going to speed things up again, and I'll see you as we approach Cardiff, unless anything else happens on the way. Oh good, it's a nice run of green. I can see down there for quite a way and it's all green. Okay, so we are looking at around about 2.5 minutes late, which is kind of fine considering the weather and traffic and stuff. It's better than running through a red light and derailing. So yeah, speed limit is being reduced down to 75. Which means I'll reduce my speed just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yeah, 70 will be enough. Because we've had a nice run of green lights so far. Although one thing I really wish is that these signals down here showed what state they were on. That would be great. But of course they don't. They don't. So it doesn't actually help. Now on some... See, this map here, on some of them, on some certain maps they do show you, but there's absolutely no... You know, there's not even signals on here. On some routes, they do. On some routes they show the signals and they show what state they're on. But not this one. Not this one, unfortunately. So, Cardiff isn't that far away now. We're still doing about 65, so we can put a bit more speed in. Because we're not slowing down again for a while. So yes, this should, in theory, be somewhere around Newport Road. Not zoom out. There we go. Yeah, looks like it. Oh no, maybe not. This is. I think this is. Yeah, I think that's the Wentloog Industrial Estate, and that would be St Mellons over there. Oh well, there we go. Yes, I do know Cardiff quite well, being a taxi driver here. So yes, we'll be slowing down to 40 again soon. So, wow, the frame rate really does drop sometimes. So that should be the link road. Yes it is. Because I remember having to pick up someone from around about here. Someone who'd been on the trains. That was quite good. Yes, it's just sort of, there's like a little access point down here. So just underneath the bridge. Right, let's acknowledge that speed reduction. And of course 45 is too much. Go away, wheel slippage. No, wrong way. 28 ought to be enough. And then you can see there, you've got 20 mile an hour and the 15. And there's the station there. So yeah, we're not that far away now. But the frame rate is really taking a hit. Is it a case of a new computer? I don't know, probably not. I mean, the thing is, I play every other game perfectly well. Yeah, I'm going to have to put on a bit more breakage. 44, 43. There we go, lovely. There's the 40 mile an hour sign there. That advanced signal there is showing clear. Oh, it's not actually clear. It's yellow. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh yes, it is a double yellow now. So that's the alarm for that. We'll bring the speed down a bit. Because the signal after the 20 is either red or it's set to an approach, which means it will be red until we get close to it, and then the dispatcher will route us into our platform. It's enough braking now, I think. Yes, we've clawed back some time. We're only 2 minutes late now. According to the ETA, anyway. So that's lovely. So that one there is... Is that one on our track? See, it's hard to tell when you're going around corners. Yes, it is our track. That's fine. So that's another double yellow. Even though it looks like 3 from here. Because of the way the light works. Yeah, see, definitely 2. It's definitely just 2. Yes, I've seen it, thank you. So also, we're pretty much set for the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit too. We're just gliding in. We'll apply a little bit of power so we're not ridiculously late. Because we've lost a few seconds now. That'll be enough. Yes, I know it's 20 miles an hour soon. I mean, a lot of people think that this thing down here is cheating. Right? This thing down here is cheating. Well, not really, because when you're a real train driver, you do the route a few times with an instructor first. So you know where the speed limits are, you know where... Well, that's interesting. Why would you be going down to Cardiff Bay? Ah. We normally only send the one carriage down to Cardiff Bay. Yes, I know. Another yellow light. There's the 20 speed limit there. So yes, you know, they go out, they train, they'd learn the route. So you'd know where the speed restrictions were, and you'd know where the signals were. You know, and you do it day after day, and you know, it's second nature, isn't it? So for people like us who've never driven the route before, having a little route map down here is great. So we've got 15 speed limit here. The thing is though, what is it? It's F4 gets rid of the HUD. So you could drive it like that if you wanted to, and you'd have to rely on your instruments. I mean, that's what they're there for. You should have that there, and that away. So I think F3, yeah, F3 sort of minimises that a bit. But yeah, I prefer the full one. I prefer the full one. So here we are, 10 miles an hour coming into the station. Pretty much perfect. 2 minutes late. There's nothing we could do about that. Nothing we could do about that at all. So if we had avoided the speeding, and if we had avoided wheel slipping, then we would have had a perfect run. So there we go. Start coming to a stop now, because we're roughly halfway down the platform. I don't particularly take any notice of the stop position markers. I know you should, but I don't. Come on, let's stop, shall we? Would be nice. And there we go. So I think we can turn our engine off now. Don't necessarily have to, but sometimes it's fun. Listen to all that rain. Bye train. See you later. All that rain. So I love the fact they've got the new platform. It's great. Yay! All successful. Oh look! The text works now. The text works now. That's brilliant. Was there an update which fixed that? Oh, that's nice. So, on time. So that's the amount you were given anyway for being on time? Oh yeah, a bit late there. Speeding. 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 And a bit late there. Well, I mean, come on, guys. You know, you're setting me up to be late there. Well, anyway, that's it for this episode. Watch me next one, which we should be doing a freight mission for number 5, but I will have to check. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.